Welcome to the Super Expander podcast. My name is Corrine Phelps, your host. I'm a business and growth coach, money mindset expert, and a multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me all over, from working in finance to owning a boutique fitness studio. I found myself burnt out, miserable, and questioning everything. Saying things to myself like, there's got to be more to life than this. Refusing to settle for a mediocre existence, I went all in, learning how to harness untapped potential and rewire the subconscious mind to create an extraordinary life. The last 10 years have been a crash course in self-love, building a business, creating community, building wealth, and doing what it takes to just freaking go for it. My mission is to help you align to your purpose, rewire your subconscious to support your big dreams and vision, and create a life that you're absolutely obsessed with. So sit back, tune in, and prepare to expand. Hello, and welcome back to the Super Expander podcast. How are you? How are you doing, my loves? I am coming out of a little bit of a fog on the other side of some big emotional things, and I thought that this was a perfect time to talk about emotions as a founder, as a CEO, as someone running their own business, how processing your emotions is a competitive advantage. And this is, I feel like, a recent discovery for me, not that I didn't already know this, but like a recent, like, deep understanding, something that I can speak to in the way of it being like embodiment, if you know what I mean. So it's funny how we know these things and we know them to be true, but we don't know them to be true in our body. Like maybe we don't fully believe them yet, or we haven't had the experience in this realm to speak to it on a deeper level. And I feel like I'm coming out of a place now where I fully get it. I fully understand it. So of course, because I'm a come along with me kind of gal, kind of coach, kind of leader, not a look at me, I'm perfect, I have it all figured out all the time kind of business owner, kind of leader. So let's dive in. So I fully believe that processing your emotions is truly a competitive advantage for founders, for startups, for really any entrepreneur on a journey of really wanting to scale and reach new levels of success. So there are lots of feelings. You'll always be feeling feelings related to your business. And don't worry, there's always going to be joy and excitement and optimism thrown in the mix. But that's like the shiny, exciting part that we all like to talk about. We don't like to talk about those other feelings that really, I don't know, the fear, the doubt, the scarcity that comes up. Like, am I on the right path? Can I really pull this off? So if you aren't aware of what you're feeling or why, your emotions will stop you from seeing situations clearly and making good decisions. So let me say that again. If you're not aware of what you're feeling or why you're feeling it, your emotions are going to stop you from seeing situations clearly and making good decisions. So you can really see how this is important for a founder, for a startup, for an entrepreneur. So what's going on inside of your brain when we're experiencing these emotions and we're not really processing? So you have this thing inside your brain called the amygdala, and it likes to hyper focus on fear. So when this emotion of fear comes up and we don't process it quickly, what happens is your amygdala takes over, and that will be the part of your brain that is trying to make sense out of your day and make decisions, rather than your prefrontal cortex, the logical thinking part of your brain, or even better yet, your subconscious mind, who is the seat of all of the wisdom, your intuition, your thoughts, and your beliefs. So having the ability to process your emotions quickly and with presence allows your brain to drop back into its prefrontal cortex and sort of that interplay back and forth between the subconscious so that you actually have the capacity to execute on the things that you need to execute. So that's your little science lesson for today. So let's talk about 4 easy ways that you can start to process your emotions. I have a question for you. Have you joined the Super Expander free mentorship community? If not, what are you waiting for? Stop what you're doing right now and text the word mentor to 202-918-3235. Text the word mentor to 202-918-3235. I send out weekly tips and inspiration to help you grow your business, to step into your wealthiest, most highest self, to harness your full potential and live an exceptional and extraordinary life. And the best part is, it's really me sending those messages. So text me, say hello, and send me your questions. So the first is to step into a place of recognition. So really asking the question of, what am I feeling? And taking a beat to check in with yourself. So in that place, just, maybe closing your eyes, taking a couple deep breaths in, and then kind of rooting into a grounding presence. So maybe making sure that both feet are planted on the floor so that you can just feel your presence. And then asking yourself to name the feeling that is happening in your body. So name the emotion and explore the actual physical sensations. Like, are you feeling hot in your chest? Does it feel constricted and tight? Maybe you're feeling a little bit of anger. Or if you're feeling fear, are your shoulders slumped over? Or do you feel tight and any sort of sensations throughout the body? And the quicker that we can start to recognize these physiological sensations and name the emotion, the more quickly we can process it and move out of it. So when we allow ourselves to feel the feeling and don't fight it and don't second guess it and don't make any judgments around it, we start to open up our capacity to feel. We open up our capacity to think about it and to process it. But a lot of times as high achievers, high performers, you think that you have to compartmentalize and to just keep pushing through. But the thing is those feelings are going to surface somewhere. They're going to cloud your judgment also, and they're going to really cloud your ability, especially over time, to quickly execute and do so really in a way that's going to consciously grow your mission, your impact in the world. So give yourself permission to be human and to experience it and allow it to take shape of what it is in the moment, right? Like whatever shape it is, allow it to take that shape, feel it so that you can process it. So that was kind of 2 steps in 1. So the next piece would be to investigate with big time curiosity. I always say that rather than judgment, if you can get curious, is the place where growth starts to open in such a big way. So why are you feeling what you're feeling? Feelings come from somewhere. There's a reason that this is in existence. So try to understand what it is that you're feeling. Was there a trigger? Is there some sort of helpful information that you can start to connect this emotion to and figure out what it's trying to communicate to you? And the last step is to make a choice. So once you have recognized the emotion, allowed yourself to fully feel it, investigate what's going on, now you get to choose. You get to choose what to do with what you've learned about yourself. You are not your feelings. You are a witness. You are a witness and you get to be their mediator, which is a really powerful thing to start to understand, is that you are not your emotions. You get to be the mediator of them. When you relate to your emotions as just another set of data, and you're using this full range of information available to you to make decisions, can you imagine the power and the impact the presence that starts to happen when we start to operate and grow our businesses from this place, the level of communication and how quickly things can begin to move. And inside of this choice, creating enough space for you to make the decision is what is important. It's not important for you to do anything about your feelings, but you have the opportunity to choose. You get to decide whether to take action on your feelings or not. You get to choose to not do anything at all, or to do something subtle, or do something that is going to make a big shift. Maybe it's just going to stretch or pour yourself a cup of tea because you are feeling stressed and you know that it is time to take a moment to step back and give yourself some self-affirming actions. The most important thing for you to do is to choose what your next step is, which makes you a proactive participant. It makes you in control. You essentially get to use the information of your emotion and decide how to move forward. I hope you found this little session useful, insightful, and walked away with some tangible, tactical tips that you can start to connect with your emotions, process them so that you can execute more efficiently and effectively in your day. And as always, one of my most favorite ways to really process emotions is through hypno breathwork sessions. So if you are listening to this and you're kind of curious, I'd love to open up my calendar for just a quick Q&A session. I will drop the link in the show notes if you want to hop on just a 20-minute call where you can explore what a hypno breathwork session might look like and how it might benefit you. I invite you to hop on my calendar. If you like what you heard, stop, drop, and leave a 5-star review and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And as always, sharing is caring, so snap a pic and share this episode with another super expander.